Chelsea fans, I know it's good to have faith in your team. I know that's the whole point of supporting a club. But there's genuinely no way, no amount of faith is going to make you win this game. You're not coming back with that trophy. The only way you come back with this trophy is if you steal it. I'm being honest because you're not winning this football match. There's no way in my brain where I can see Chelsea winning this game. Set pieces, even then you don't really score set pieces. Playing out from the back against this press. Robert Sanchez, Chalobah, tossing. I haven't talked about their route to the final because you have to beat who's in front of you. It's not their fault Man City and that went out. It's not their fault Al Hilal and all these other teams went out. But this run and then playing PSG, the leveling quality, the jump is going to feel. First 15 minutes might be the longest 15 minutes that you fans are going to endure because, boy, they're going to come at you. And Tottenham, hey, don't go anywhere as well. You think I forgot about you? In the Super Cup, you might as well forfeit. At least Chelsea, they're going to turn up. You guys might as well forfeit the game. 3-0 is only a forfeit. I said this after the Champions League final. If they're beating Real Madrid 4-0, what the hell are they going to do to you? Thomas Frank. There's no point destroying your players' confidence, man. Just forfeit the game.
Who's going to win the final? That is a terrible question, Fabrizio. What the question should be is how much is PSG going to win by? Because Chelsea, you are getting smacked on Sunday. And I'm going to give you 3 reasons why. Reason number 1, Chelsea's not going to be able to deal with this press. I mean, not only is it ridiculous to be hounding the ball like this on a goal kick, he is up 3-0. You know how insane in the head you gotta be chasing the ball like this up 3-0? And listen, Courtois could kick it out. Courtois is not too bad with his feet, but do you actually think Sanchez is gonna be able to deal with this pressure, my friends? Just give up now, cancel the flight, just go back home to London already. Which brings me to reason number 2, and that's that I feel like Chelsea do want to be in London already because look at the difference. This is PSG this morning, training, vibes, happy, they're comfortable. Now let's change to Chelsea. Here's Chelsea, not a chat in the group. Everyone's serious, and look at this. Enzo Maresca's already stressing 3 days before the game. This guy knows he's cooked. You Chelsea fans know you cooked. We all know you're cooked, but let's go to reason number 3. And this is the obvious one. PSG's form is just too good right now, man. Quick side note, respect the Brazilian league. Now we know there's only 2 teams who could defeat PSG. That's Botafogo and Manchester United. Don't ask me when this game happened. Just know it happened, and they're lucky that we purposely lost the Europa League final so we can concentrate on winning the Premier League next season. They get to verse Spurs now in the Super Cup. Either way, 6 trophies in 1 season is insane. So let me know down below, not who's going to win this game, but how much PSG is going to win by, because Chelsea, you are getting smacked. It's going to be ugly.
Let us talk about this game between Chelsea and Paris Saint-Germain. Now, this game is going to be a cracker. It's going to be a very, very entertaining game, right? Personally, I see this game as a 50-50 game. Yes, Paris Saint-Germain is the best team in the world, and whether they win this final or not, it's not going to change the fact that they are the best team in the world. They've proven it beyond reasonable doubt. But this is a final, and going by history, and going by Chelsea that we know, right? Whenever Chelsea gets to a major final, they don't take it lightly, right? They always try their very best to ensure that they give a very good account of themselves. So even if PSG is going to win this game, it's not going to be an easy game for PSG. I think Chelsea is going to put up a very good fight. When I look at the Chelsea team, I look at Enzo Fernández, I look at Caicedo. I think these are going to be very, very important players for Chelsea in this contest, right? Chelsea, we need to be able to control the midfield for them to stand a chance against Paris Saint-Germain. We've seen that PSG, against teams that sit deep and try to pack the bus, PSG will dismantle you. PSG will scatter you, right? The best way to play PSG is to come out and play them. The best way to play PSG is to try as much as possible to see if you can control the possession of the game. I know that possession game is not Chelsea's strongest point, but Chelsea is good at keeping possession also, right? PSG is better. Obviously, PSG is going to keep more possession of the ball, but if Chelsea can at least keep up to 40% of the ball, they stand a very big chance. I think the best lineup for Chelsea in this game would be starting João Pedro, on the wings and playing Delap in the number 9 position. The reason is this. Pacho is not going to be playing in this game, and Beraldo and Marquinhos are not the tallest, defenders out there. So having a striker like Liam Delap, going against Beraldo and Marquinhos, I think if Chelsea can put in crosses, if Chelsea can cross him the ball more times, they have a chance to get a goal from Liam Delap from crosses. So that's an area where I think, Enzo Maresca should look into. I think, yes, João Pedro is good. I think that João Pedro can play from the wings. So instead of starting Nkunku, play João Pedro, play Delap, play Palma, then play Neto. Paris Saint-Germain has done what I wanted them to do, which is knock out Real Madrid. And right now, may the best man win. But personally, I think Chelsea has a very strong chance of winning this contest. If they try as much as possible not to concede early, and they try to stretch this game as long as possible, right, they have a strong chance of winning this game. Let's see what happens in tomorrow's game.
Three things are involved, all right, for the PSG side, okay? And fluidity, tactical discipline, as well as hard work. Do you understand me? First of all, talking about the tactical discipline, sometimes you see that these people, they intentionally want to drag the opposition to a particular side. Do you understand me? And when it comes to the possession, you understand, when it comes to the players sticking to certain positions, they do that a whole lot of times. And that's why sometimes when they cluster one side to the right, there's always another receiver somewhere, almost like in the middle or, far to the other side, like a crossfield. Okay. And they tend to do that a whole lot of times. You understand me? So tactical discipline, they get them. They're really there tactically. And of course, kudos to Luis Enrique. He has done massively well. Fluidity, their midfield. Their midfield is so mobile. Do you understand? It's as if all of them, they play like a number 8. And then finally, hard work. One of the persons I want to use as an example, is Varaskelia. Because I see that Varaskelia does a whole lot of work. Somebody that plays number 7. And then sometimes, or most times, you're seeing him back in defense. Not just once, not twice. You understand me? You're seeing him in defense. And I think that's actually one of the reasons why the PSG side would somewhat underrate the Real Madrid side in this aspect. Now, we saw a lot of Mendes coming into the midfield. And that was due to lack of respect, honestly speaking. Why? Because you see that the wingers are not really helping. So when Mendes goes on to join in the midfield, and then it now adds up to the number of midfielders again, now taking total control of the midfield. Do you get? So even when you see a Bellingham that is a hard worker, he couldn't do it alone. Why? Because he's just being somewhat outnumbered. For Chelsea to beat these people, you will have to be very, very quick on your transition. Extremely quick. 1 minute you're defending, next minute you're attacking. Do you understand me? That's how it should be. 1 minute you're defending, and when you get chances, okay, because these people, they tend to play this kind of let's take the risk kind of approach. They don't care. You get me? Although depending on your